everyone, welcome to Ashtanga, Wednesday morning Ashtanga, through the YogaPod feed. I'm Brad Hoback, for those of you that don't know me, or if this is your first time taking this practice. We are going to work our way through the Ashtanga primary series poses today, and so just basic and in general, thinking it in terms of our engagement in our body and our lower abdomen as we work through. So thinking in terms of Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. Also, this engagement that starts down low inside the lower part of the pelvis, or the inside the pelvis, just behind the pubic bone, and up just a little bit. So we want to feel this hollowing across the front of the waist. That can become a focal point. It can become an area where we really start to draw our attention and our focus to is this movement and this action on how we work through the different postures. And so today I'm going to work on kind of giving some instruction on that, particularly in forward folding postures. And so with that in mind, there's also this notion, or this tendency when we do these postures to tighten the face, to squeeze the face and make it kind of wrinkle up, which two things: it's not attractive on one hand, but the other thing is that extra tension causes tension in the neck and the sides of the throat and everything like that, and it becomes a pattern that we build into our bodies. And so we want to make sure that as we learn to do this practice, as we learn to do any yoga practice, that we also find the softness within the postures, and so the grinding of the teeth and the unnecessary stress and how we're holding the roof of the mouth, the tongue, the eyes, thinking about those in a very soft way. Allow that part to be the release, or the sukha, the softness in your yoga practice. So right from the beginning, let's go ahead and find our seated posture. So seated in a comfortable way, lotus, half lotus, sukhasana, which is just a cross-legged posture, or if you're up for it, maybe vajrasana, which is this posture here. Let your shoulders release away from your neck, and let the spine lengthen out. So you want to feel the lower ribs on the front of the body hug gently back as you feel the spine in between the shoulder blades drop forward. Again, it's easy to squeeze the shoulders up next to your ears, so release them back. And then from there, take the pubic bone, and it's like we're drawing it back towards the spine, and then up just a little bit. And then pulling the ears back, soften the roof of the mouth and deepen the breath, that ujjayi breathing. It's like we're stoking a flame in the root of the pelvis, or the root of the mula, down low. As you inhale, see if you can draw the navel in and up. And as you exhale, become a little bit taller by taking the tailbone down. So on the inhale, pubic bone drawn in and up towards the back of the diaphragm, at the back of the lowest ribs in the body, filling up through the back of the lungs, lengthening the spine up. And as you exhale, pressing the breath out, it's almost like it presses back from the front of the rib cage, pressing back into where the diaphragm pushes back towards the spine, and then the tailbone drawn under. So there's this coiling effect here. The inhale pulls in and up. The exhale roots the tailbone. Couple more breaths there. Again, that ujjayi breathing is kind of a victorious breath over the racing of the mind. From here, let's go ahead and come to stand. Foot to the mat. Bringing hands to heart center. Start with our invocation. Let's do a calm response, beginning and ending with Om. Deep breath inhaling. Om. Bande Gurunam Chardanaravinde Sandar Shita Svatma Sukha Vibhude Nishrayase Jangalikaya Mone Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantyai Abahu Purushakaram Chan Kechakrasi Darinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim And then front to the mat, Samastihitihi. Nice and strongly rooted into the floor. Drop the tailbone down, particularly with the exhales. On the inhales, the navel pulls in and up in that same form. Let's go ahead and begin. Inhale, the arms come up, filling up through the back of the body. As you exhale, pass the body forward. Nice long exhale, folding in at the very last. Tailbone drops down, coil in, pull the belly in. Inhale, fill up the back of the body, lift your heart forward. And then as you exhale, step back or float back, low push-up pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, pull the heart open, look at the nose, and then exhale, hips towards the sky. Draw your inner thighs back, your arms are long. 1, 2, 3, and then 5. On your exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or foot to the front. Inhale, lift chin up off the chest. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising up to the top. Exhale, arms to the side, Samastihitihi. So drawing the navel in and up. Inhale, Ekam, reach the arms. And exhale, folding forward, hands down. Inhale, push into the floor, lift chin up off the chest, shift weight forward. As you exhale, low push-up pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale, press into the floor, lift the heart. As you exhale, hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, press the breath out. Squeeze through the pelvic floor. Look forward. Step or float to the front. Inhale, lift chin from chest. Exhale, fold deeply forward. Inhale, hollow and lift. And exhale, arms to the side, Samastihitihi. Inhale, arms up, Ekam. And then exhale, Dvai fold, palms down. Inhale, Chini, lift chin from chest. And then exhale, Chapwadi, low push-up pose. Up dog, inhale. And down dog, exhale. So cultivating that lower abdominal strength. So press the pubic bone back. At the same time, hollow through the abdomen. 3, 4, 4. Inhale one more time. As you exhale, make the arms strong, bend the knees deep, step forward or float to the front. Inhale, Sakta, lift chin from chest, hollow. Exhale, Ashtanga, fold, hug the tailbone down. Inhaling, Nava, rise up. Samastiti. Again, inhale, arms up. And then exhale, folding. Inhale, hollow and lift. And then bend the elbows. And chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. So let's work on some of that core engagement here. Step forward about a third of the way, pressing into the floor with your hands. Might even come up onto your fingertips for a moment just to situate the inner thighs, moving back and deepening the groin. And then on your inhale, root your hands, lots of strength, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bring it back. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, up on the toes, push into the floor, squeeze. Exhale, bring it back. Hollow, pull the belly button in as you inhale, come up. And exhale, bring it back. Step forward another third of the way. And then inhale, push into the floor, up on the toes. Exhale, heels come back. Inhale, up onto the toes. Exhale, bring it back. Breathe the back body breath. Inhale, push, squeeze in. Exhale, bring it back. Now bringing your feet right in between your hands. So this is the tougher variation here. So from your inhale, come up onto your toes. Feel the pushing down of the arms. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, up onto the toes. Push with lots of arm strength here. Exhale, bring it back. One more time, up on the toes. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, arms to the side. One more sana. Inhale, ekam. Exhale, dvay, palms down. Inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, push your hands into the floor, chin up off the chest. And chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. 1. So it's easy to kind of start to think of your hands as kickstands here. So instead of doing so, think about it as if you're trying to propel yourself backwards. So instead of just pushing or using your hands to support you, push into the floor with your arms. Particularly at the end of the exhale, make them nice and strong. 1 more. Inhale, push into the floor. As you exhale, find that strength. Bend the knees, look forward, float to the front. Inhale, lift chin from chest, hollow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And exhale, arms to the side, Samastiti. So Surya Namaskar B, Utkatasana, set deep. Bring your fingertips to the floor, let them brush against the floor. And then inhale, tail down, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold, hollow and squeeze in. Inhale, hollow back behind the pubic bone, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling, look at the nose. Down dog, exhale, pressing the breath out. Right foot steps forward, left foot flat. Inhale, pull in and up. Exhale, hands down. Low push-up. Up dog. And down dog. Left foot forward. Root the tail, hollow the waist. Come on up, deep breath. And exhale, hands down. Push into the floor. Chaturanga. Up dog, expanding. Down dog, hips to the sky. 1. 2. 3. 4. Inhale. Finish the exhale. And step or float to the front. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold, fingers towards the floor. Let it brush the floor. Utkatasana, in and up. And Samastihitihi. Utkatasana, ekam. Inhale, arms up. Dve, exhale, palms flat. They can be out in front of you a little bit, eventually beside your feet. Inhale, up on the toes, pull the belly in. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, you exhale. Left foot flat, right leg forward. Sapta, inhale, rising up. Ashtanga, exhale. Push your hands into the floor. And chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. And down dog, exhaling. Left foot forward, right foot flat. Inhale, rising up, hollow and lift. Exhale, hands down. Dvadasha. Inhale, Trayodasha. And then exhale, Chaturasha. 1. 2. 3. 4. Again, inhale, back of the body. Exhale, pressing the breath. And step or float forward. Inhaling, upon landing, pull the inner thighs back, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, squeeze the legs, arms up. Samastihitihi. Ekam, inhale, draw it in and up. And then dve, fold, exhale, hands down. Inhale, up onto the hands. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, warrior 1. Sapta, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, ashta, low push-up pose. Nava, inhaling, up dog. And now exhale to down dog, left foot steps forward. Inhale, rising up. And then exhale, hands down, Dvadasha. Inhale, Trayodasha. And then exhale, Chaturasha, hips high. Press into the floor with your arms. And 1, 2, 3, 4, inhaling. Finish the exhale. And step or float forward. Lift the heart. Fold forward. Push into the floor with your arms. Squeeze. Inhale, Utkatasana. Arms up. Then exhale, Samastihitihi. Utkatasana. Ekam, inhale. Dve, exhale, hands down. Inhale, push into the floor, hollow the waist, bend the elbows. And chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg forward. Sapta. Inhale, arms up. Ashtanga, exhale, low push up. Inhaling, lift the heart. Exhale, hips high. Left foot forward. Inhale, Ekadasha, rise up. And then exhale, Dvadasha, Chaturanga. Inhale, Trayodasha. And then exhale, Chaturasha, hips to the sky. And 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, inhale. Finish the exhale, look forward. front of the mat. Inhaling, Panchadasha. Exhale, Shodasha. Sit deep, Saptarasha, Utkatasana. Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale, mesmerized by the sound of the breath. And Dve, exhale, hands down. Inhale, up onto the arms. Exhale, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, Sakta. Inhale, arms up. Ashtanga, exhale. Little push up, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog, exhale. Left foot forward, back heels flat. Inhale, Ekadasha, rise up. Exhale, Dvadasha, Chaturanga. Inhale, Trayudasha. And exhale, Chaturasha. And 1. 2. 3. 4. One more. Finish the exhale. And step or float to the front. Inhaling upon landing, Panchadasha. Exhale, Shodasha, squeeze. Utkatasana, Saptarasha. Inhale. And exhale, Samastihiti. Again, inhaling, Ekam, arms up. And exhale, Dve, fold. Inhale, Chini, lift your heart. Exhale, Chatwari, low push up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, left foot flat. Inhale, Ekadasha. Exhale, Dvadasha, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Trayodasha. Exhale, Chaturasha. Left foot forward. Inhale, Ekadasha. Rising up. And exhale, Dvadasha, low push up. Inhale, Trayodasha. And then exhale, Chaturasha, hips high. 1. 2. 3. 4. Finish the exhale. And then 5, front of the mat. Inhale upon landing. Panchadasha. Exhale, Shodasha, squeeze in. Utkatasana, arms up. And exhale, Samastihiti. And then from here, hands to the waist, Padangustasana. So float the feet apart, draw the pubic bone back towards your spine. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Grab your big toes, peace sign, fingers, thumbs. Inhale, lift the heart forward and up. So we want to feel the extension from the groin. So drawing from the hip flexor, from the groin, pull the body forward. Press the hips back. Squeeze the pubic bone up towards the back of the diaphragm so you feel the engagement, and then fold. Let your elbows draw wide or towards your calves, but we want to make sure that we're not holding any unnecessary tension in the shoulders and neck. So we want to feel the spine lengthen, almost like we're creating space by pulling the elbows wide. Inner thighs drawn back, pubic bone still drawn in. 4, 5, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, squeeze through the pelvic floor, see if you can find the engagement there, and bring your hands underneath your feet, Padahastasana. Inhale, deepen the groin, pull the ears back, and exhale, fold forward. Elbows can bend, draw them back. I like that stretch myself. Elbows wide, separates the shoulder blades. Both actions are important. Cultivate both. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your chin forward. Exhale, squeeze, hands to the waist. Inhale, come on up. Exhale the feet together, Samastihiti. So Uttita Trikonasana. Step the right foot back. As you do, pulling the navel in and up. And then as you exhale, extending out. Right quadricep externally rotates. Your left inner thigh rotates back, but then you want to also feel it peel open. Hand to the floor, big toe looking up. So no weight in the hand. You want to feel your belly button pulling back towards your spine. Same thing with your pubic bone. At the same time, lengthen out of the waist, out of the hips, reach to the sky. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up, rotate towards the other side, towards the front of the mat. As you exhale, right hip moves back from the inner thigh, left hip rotates under. Coil the tail under as you get into the posture. So you want to feel that action of tailbone coiling under, and then inhale, installing the posture. Take the tailbone towards your heel. Peel the heart open. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come on up. Turn towards the back of the mat. Left arm's long. Create that space across the left hip flexor, side body. Pull the navel in. As you exhale, left hand down to the floor. Fingertips on the inside if it's appropriate, or towards the outside, and reach up. The front of the right shoulder wants to curl in. For a lot of people, pull it back. In order to get your twist in there at the lower, in the lower part of the body, take your left shoulder forward, hollow on the inhale. As you exhale, keep anchoring the tailbone, squeezing. One more breath. Inhale, hollow. Exhale, twist. Look down. Inhale. Come on up, deep breath. Right arm's lifted this time. As you exhale, cast it long. So we're reaching out. Tailbone curling in a little bit. Draw it down. Hand down. Right shoulder across the front. Left shoulder spins back. Push into the floor. On your inhale, pull the navel in and up. As you exhale, anchor the tailbone and twist. Inhaling. Exhaling. 3, 4, and then 5. Look down. Inhale, windmill, bring it up, and then exhale to the front. Samastihiti. Uttita Parshvakonasana, extended side angle. Step the right foot back, rotate both feet, bend the right leg deeply, right palm down to the outside, fingertips will work, reach your left arm long. It's easy to have your butt stick back here. Lengthen the tailbone, coil the core in. Feel the pubic bone pull back and up as you reach. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come on up, deep breath, rotating your feet. As you exhale, bending, left hand down, right arm up and over. Again, coiling, left hip under, pull the rib cage, wrap them back. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come on up, deep breath. Turn towards the back of the mat, up on your back toes. If it's appropriate, reach your left side body really long. Drop the thumb down so you're still pulling left rib cage across the front thigh. So pulling the rib cage back and around, right arm up and over. Then let the head draw back, look it towards your upper arm. 1. So navel pulls in and up. Exhale, we twist just a little bit deeper. 4, 5, look down. Inhale, come on up, deep breath. Right arm's up and lifted. As you exhale, right side body is almost obnoxiously long. Reaching out, drop your thumb. Bring your shoulder across the front of the shins. We want it to wrap forward. Then the hand can come down towards the floor. And the left arm is long. Reach it out. 1, 2. Inhale, pulling in the breath, the tailbone down. Exhale, set deeper. 4 and 5. Inhale, come on up, deep breath. Exhale, step to the front, Samastihiti. Prasarita Padottanasana, step the right foot back, or I'm going to step the left foot back just for visual orientation. Inhale, pubic bone pulling up a little bit. Exhale, folding forward. So drawing in, press your palms into the floor. Inhale, lift the heart. Feel that gentle squeeze in the pelvic floor. Hands down, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, hold there, bring your hands to your waist. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lean back a little bit. Feel the front of the waist open. And then exhale, fold. Inner thighs spin back, but then feel the elbows draw back as well. Push into the floor. Let your head go towards the floor. 2. So we want the inner thighs to rotate back, cause the sitting bones to spread a little bit away from one another. But then we want to also feel that muscular engagement behind the pubic bone. 4, and 5. Inhale, come on up, deep breath. Exhale, anchor down. Taking the arms out nice and wide, drop the thumbs, interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the collarbones out, especially the sides of the chest. See if you can feel a stretch there. Inhale, and as you exhale, folding forward. So the sides of the chest get an opening as the shoulders rotate forward and down. And then roll the collarbones open. One way to modify that, if you feel like you're hyperextending, is bend the elbows. It adds a whole different dimension. Bending the elbows to us. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, hands back to the waist. Inhale, lift the heart to the sky. Draw the inner thighs back. And then exhale, folding forward. Reach out, grab the big toes, peace sign, fingers, thumbs. Inhale, pull the navel in and up behind you. And exhale, fold, head towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the heart open. Exhale, hands to the waist, coil the tailbone down. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale to the front, Samastitihi. Parshvattanasana. So take your arms out nice and wide. Drop your thumbs down. So roll the tops of the shoulders forward. Bring palms together behind the back, right behind the back of the heart. Take your right foot, step back, rotate both hips around. So you want to feel both hips rotate. Right femur bone, or the hip rotates around the femur bone. Same thing with the left. Inhale, lift the heart. As you do, try not to drop into your abdomen, but pull the inner thighs back, pull the navel in and up. As you exhale, cast it out, chin towards your front shin. So you could bring your forehead towards your shin, but instead see if you can lengthen out. Every time you inhale, pull the pubic bone towards the lower part of the diaphragm in the back of the body. Every time you exhale, press the tailbone down, lengthen the spine. 4, and 5. Inhale, come on up, deep breath, rotate towards the front of the mat. So anchor down through the tailbone. Inhale, leaning back just a little bit. Open up the front of the body by pushing left leg long. As you exhale, keep pushing into the mat. Cast the body way out over your front leg. Squeeze in. Inhale, hollow. Pull the abdomen in. As you exhale, chin toward your front shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come on up, deep breath. Exhale, Samastitihi. Utthita Parangustasana, so hands drawn back a little bit. And again, there's kind of this action of the shoulders moving forward just a little bit so that you can feel the sides of the chest opening up. Reach down with your right hand, grab your big toe. Inhale, reach the leg long, forward and straight. Exhale, left rib cage wraps in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, stand up straight. Noble expression on your face. As you exhale, open up to the right side. Gaze towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, squeeze in, hug it in. Inhale, pull in and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release the right foot down to the floor. Reach down, find your left. Squeeze the knee up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right ribs wrap in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, open, gaze towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, stand up, and exhale, float the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Releasing, a little wiggle. And then Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. So from here, rooting down through your left leg, reaching down, find your front shin, open your hip to the side, and then bring your heel up towards that half lotus pose, heel up to the hip crease. From there, right arm reaches back. See if you can find your toes. Do your best there. And then inhale, lift up out of the waist, create space. As you exhale, fold forward. Modify with that figure 4 pose if you need to. Once your hand is on the floor, whether or not you're supporting your other foot with your right hand, hollow the groin, deepen the groin, and then hinge forward. Push into the floor with your left leg, so it needs to be strong. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hug through the pelvic floor. Come on up on inhale. Exhale, release the right foot down to the floor. Left leg this time, take the knee up. Open it up to the side, drop the tailbone as you pull the heel up towards your hip crease. Left arm comes up on inhale, reach back, find your other arm, then right arm up and fold forward. Modify as you need to. 1, 2, again, hollow the navel. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, deepen the groin, hollow. Inhale up, and then exhale, releasing. Step to the front of the mat, arms come up, inhale. Exhale, folding. Tailbone roots into the floor. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, float back or step back. Chaturanga. Up dog, expand the heart. Down dog, hips to the sky, bend the knees. Float forward, Utkatasana. Weight to the heels, arms come up, navel pulled in and up. Roll the collarbones back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart forward. Exhale, pause here. So I thought it'd be fun to do some donkey kicks. I find donkey kicks to be, to provide levity, which is like levitating, which is like floating. So happy and joyful, right? So hands on the floor. We're gonna find ourselves in a shallow down dog. In other words, not as stretched out. And then we're going to bring long weight into the arms. So push into the arms nice and strongly. Bend the knees, bring the knees up towards your rib cage, and then float up. Maybe you pause for a moment, maybe you extend your legs. So the first option, we just jump, we bring it down. Inhale, bend the knees, exhale, squeeze, and then up, inhale, exhale. So that's 1, 2, maybe you get a little bit more altitude, push into the floor, squeeze in, lifting up. 3, maybe you pause. at the top, hugging. Or you can do the full-on donkey kick, also known as the jackass. So lift up, push the legs, bring it down. Do that a couple of times, just for fun. Maybe you push your legs long and then you hold for a moment. So you lift up, legs up. Maybe you hold a handstand for a moment, legs up. All right, so do your best. Let's do 3 more. Prepare and go ahead. Lift up and down. 2 more. Lift up. And last one. Lift up. If you're tired after doing that, it's because it's hard. Find your way to your down dog. And then right foot steps forward. Warrior 1. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale up. Rotate your feet. Exhale. Deep lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, open up warrior 2, and exhale, extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale, rotate your feet. Exhale, warrior 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms up, inhale, hands down. Move through your vinyasa. So flowing, keeping that engagement of the breath. Uddiyana Bandha. Float through, sit down, Dandasana, staff pose. Just adjusting my space here. So staff pose, legs straight out in front. Charge the legs. Maybe first push your heel down and pull your body forward. Next option, pull your hands back. Bring chin towards your chest. Find that engagement. Toes can press forward a little bit, but flex, or the mounds of the feet press forward a little bit, but then flex the toes back. 3, 4, and then 5. Paschimottanasana, so pause here. So this is kind of where we're going, a little bit of engagement here. So when we work on this pose, like a lot of postures, there's a tendency to curl in. And there is a curling action, a lengthening of the lower back. We want to have that occur. At the same time, we want to find a lifting up from the groin, almost like we have a couple of eggs here. We don't want to crash them, or maybe a fruit, a kiwi, you know, something that is perfectly ripe. If we squeeze too hard, we make kiwi juice. And so generally from here, I like to bring hands forward, lift the heart forward. That's the first breath. So if I had my big toes here, I would reach forward, find my big toes, then inhale, deepen the groin and hollow. At the same time, you've probably seen people in other classes, other vinyasa-based practices maybe, they'll take their arms up, inhaling, and then they'll fold forward. The reason I don't choose to always teach it that way is because this is the action that a lot of people have happen, is they round in. And so what we'll work on here for just a moment, just to get the sensation of it, is we will walk the sitting bones back so that the groin deepens. Then bringing the arms up. So thinking in terms of these maybe 3 spots here in the posture. The first one is from here, lifting up. And it's not just lifting the arms up. It's like we want to lift up and touch the sky or touch the ceiling. So charge your legs, push your heels down, drop your inner thighs, and then lift up from the groin. So push up. Press your lower back forward a little bit, lift the heart, and then exhale about 30 degrees forward. Now do the same thing, reaching out, deep in the groin, fold forward a little bit more, and then inhale one more time, reach way out in front, try to grab the space way out in front of your feet, and then find your big toes, pull the heart forward, and then fold in, and 1, charge the legs, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. with your hands staying on your big toes. Inhale, come on up, straighten out through the arms. As you exhale, find the sides of the feet. Actually, for this one, just because we're working on this today, walk your inner thighs back. So if you find this to be super difficult, you can bring a blanket or a towel underneath your hips. If you have a wedge, I like the wedges quite a lot. So we have that tipping forward action already. So then inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, move forward a little bit. Inhale again, lift the chin up off the chest, draw it forward. Exhale, bring it down. One more time. Inhale, deepen from the groin. As you exhale, fold in this time, thumb to the big toe knuckle, peel the feet open. Inhale, lengthen the spine, create that same action in the body. Deepen the groin, and exhale, fold forward. If you're so deep into your fold that you feel like your collarbones are almost on your shins at this point, keep and maintain the hollow, but you can start to let the head come down. 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, straighten the legs, squeeze through the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, reach further forward. So you almost don't even have to use your hands at this point. You can grab, interlace your fingers. Inhale, pull the body long and strengthen the back of the body, shoulders back, and then exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, crossing your shins rather than your ankles. Cross way up high on your shins. Hands out in front, and then feel the pulling in. Reach your hands out in front. Squeeze in, lift up, step back or float. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Urdhva. Adho Mukha Paschimottanasana. Float through and set down. Reach your legs straight out in front. So we have that same action here from the beginning. Take your right knee, draw it up towards your rib cage, open your hip to the side. So the hip opens to the side. Take your front underneath your leg, pull it up towards your hip crease for a half lotus bind. So take your right hand, reach back, finding your other foot if you can. Then the left arm is preparing to move into the pose. Similar action. Inhale, lift the left arm, side body long, deepen the groin. As you exhale, fold forward. Find the side of the foot, pull the groin back a little bit. Inhale, and then exhale, folding. So we want to feel that same action, the depth from the hip flexor, the squeezing of the pelvic floor, and the hollowing of the navel. 4, 5. Inhale, come up, feel that hollow, squeeze through the tailbone, and then hug in. Cross your shins, squeeze in, tip weight forward, lift up, push into the mat, step back or float back, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, you exhale, pressing the breath out, look forward, and then float forward and sit down. Legs out in front, draw the left knee, hug it in. And so you can always still use the similar action as we did before, up on the wedge or a blanket. Pull the knee in, open it up to the side. First action. Then you can bring the heel up to the hip crease. This is a stiff hip for me, so I'm just going to modify by taking the figure 4. So the figure 4 posture, bending the knee, and I'm in this posture here. It's easy to kind of slouch into the pose. So if you're in the straight leg version, go for it. If you're in the figure 4 pose, you're trying to figure out how to deepen the groin. Roll the shoulders back, feel the hollow in the navel, and set just a little bit further forward. 2. Keep deepening. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up, and exhale, releasing. Cross the shins, squeezing in. We'll tip weight forward, lift up, exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, expand the heart. Down dog, hips to the sky. Tiranga Mukha Kapara Paschimottanasana. Float forward, the left foot straight, right heel beside you. Leg out in front. Blanket or wedge under the hip. So different posture. See if we can do the same action. So draw the pelvis forward a little bit, and then inhale. Arms can come up. As you exhale, reach way out in front. So I totally curled in here. I don't want to curl with my abdomen. I want to curl with my hips underneath. So from the hip coiling in, then lengthening out. So then from here, reaching out in front, find a wrist. Inhale the heart forward. Deepen the groin, tailbone curls down, but keep drawing the lower abdomen in and up. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, coil the tailbone. You can bring the foot up or cross your shins. Pull the knees up towards the armpits. So this is just a moment where we can have some core engagement. Squeeze in, bring the feet back, squeeze in, hands down, lift up, push, push. Exhale, chaturanga, dandasana, up dog, down dog. Right foot forward this time, float forward. Left heel beside you. Sit on the wedge if you need to. If you did on the other side, you might not have to on this side. I'm gonna just do it for fun. Press your heel down, feel your toes push forward. So we wanna feel that action. When I'm seated here and my toes are flexed back, it's easy for me to kind of rock back. I wanna push forward, anchor the tailbone, reach the arms up for today, and then find your fold. Find a wrist, inhale, heart forward, exhale, squeeze in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, coil the tailbone in, cross your shins. Tip weight forward, inhale, lift on up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, down dog. From here, find your seat, Janu Shirshasana. So float forward or step through and sit down. Right knee drawn in. So one thing I'm working on personally with my practice is working on the hip rotation. And so as I draw my leg in, I'm trying to do it with a little bit more leg strength rather than reaching down and just using my hand. So pulling in, opening up the hip, slide it forward. Try not to open up this way, hug in. So we're right over the top so we soften the hip flexor muscles. Then take your arms up, inhale, exhale, reach way out in front. If you've collapsed through, lift up again, draw the heart forward, find your wrists or your fingers, inhaling, exhaling, folding, lengthening out. 1, push through your toes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up a little bit. Exhale, coil in, squeeze the tail, cross your shins. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, and then down dog. From down dog, look forward, float forward, set down. Take your left leg, pull it in, open up the hip, and then bring it into form. Reaching up for today, inhale, and exhale, reach forward. Find your foot, inhale, the heart forward. Maybe you feel like you're strengthening the back body, because you are, and then folding. 1, pushing with your foot a little bit. 2, can help create 1 action. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release, squeeze in. Shins crossed. Tip forward, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Up dog, down dog. Janu Shirshasana B. Float through, set down. Legs out in front. Right heel drawn in. Lift up, set on your right heel. Toes rotate forward as much as you can. Reaching up, inhale. Reach way out in front. As you exhale, fold in. Deepen the groin. Coil the tail. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, squeeze in. Knees up into the armpits. Tip weight forward. Inhale. Pull in and up. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Second side, float forward, set down. Right leg out in front, lift up, sit on your heel, reach forward, find the lift, deepen the groin, and exhale, folding. Pull the heart forward and bow in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hollow, lift the heart. Exhale, squeeze in. Bring your hands back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. Find your seat. Let's go to Marichyasana A. This one's harder. It's a hard posture anyway, so the foot's a little bit wider. You can open it up just a little bit more. So the knees to the outside of the shoulders. So it's hard to reach forward if there's too much weight back towards your hips. So lift up, sit on your left hip, but your right hip's off the floor. Then reach the arms up, deep in the groin, bring it back. As you exhale, reach forward. You can also push forward with your elbows, grabbing forearms. Then reach your right arm back behind you and find your bind. Pull the heart open, push forward. 1, pubic bone drawn towards the spine, towards the sacrum, and up just a little bit, even as you coil the tailbone down and extend forward. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up. Hold that there. Squeeze through the pelvic floor. Cross your shins. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. And then find the down dog. Look forward. Find your seat. Right leg out in front. Left heel back. Find the half sit, half squat. Foot rooted to the floor. Right arms come up if you'd like to today. Again, I like to have that shifted weight forward more. It allows you to start to deepen into the hip. So arms can come up, reach forward, find that push. Feel the core engage, reach, drop the thumb, reach back, find your other hand or wrist. Inhale, heart forward, deep in the groin. As you exhale, feel the push and the pull in the pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift chin. Exhale, releasing. Squeeze, right shin in front. Tip forward. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Seated. Part B. Left heel can come up to the hip crease if that's a mobility that you have. Otherwise, left heel in front of right sitting bone. Pull your right heel back. There's a pulling action that helps to cultivate the draw forward. Inhale, lift your arms up. As you exhale, reach out in front. Hold that form or drop the arm back. Find your other hand. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, squeeze in. Tip forward, but try not to lose it to the outside by pushing right big toe mound into the floor. Heel down, pull the groin back a little bit. Coil the tailbone down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Squeeze the knees in. Find that lift. Cross your shins. Lift up. Inhale. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Down dog. Second side. Float forward. Set down. So legs on front. Heel can come up to the hip crease if you'd like to, if that's useful for you. Knee can come down. And then maybe one or both arms come up. I've never tried this one, so I'm gonna give it a go. It's hard this way with your foot up, but you can start to feel new information there. Then drop the shoulder, reach back, find the bind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, squeeze in, knees up towards the armpits, tip forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Marichyasana C, a twisted variation. Legs out. This time, right heel is drawn back. This time, not to the outside, but bring it in. Taking right hand back. Or, if you're interested, lift both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your shoulder across. I'm going to bring my hand down. Then reaching your hand towards your hip will allow you to twist in. Then, if you have the mobility and your elbows in front of your shin, you can reach it forward, bend the elbow, and then reach back with your other hand. And again, I just genetically have stiff hips or tight hips, and so they really give me a go. 3, 4, and then 5. Look forward, inhale, and exhale, release. Find your vinyasa. The bricks are useful as well. Crossing the shins. Lift up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up pose. Up dog. And then down dog. Hips to the sky, float through, set down. Legs out in front. Left heel's drawn back. So left heel's drawn back, left hand back. Maybe hand on a surface. It'll let you get a little bit deeper twist. Right arm up. As you exhale, pull the left hip back a little bit as the right thumb moves back in the same direction. Slide the hand forward, find your bind, or just move into your twist a little bit. And 1, 2, front leg, charge the leg. It's almost like it pulls you forward. And then from there, taking and adding that little element of a twist. 4, 5, look forward, inhale, and exhale, release. Squeeze in, shin bones pull in, lift up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up. Up dog, and then down dog. Marichyasana D, find your seat. And set down. Then from here, left heel towards your right sit bone or up in that half lotus form. And then from here, right hand back. Lift the left arm up. Exhale, drop the thumb. Move into your twist. Hand can be out in front as well. You find yourself in your twist. On your inhale, push your right big toe into the floor. Feel the twist move you back. As you exhale, pull the tailbone forward just a little bit. 1, inhaling. Exhale. 2. So there's a wave-like motion in all of these poses, all of these postures. 4 and 5. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, release, crossing the shins, squeeze, lift up, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, you exhale, press the breath, look forward, front to the mat. Right heel, hip crease, or down beneath. I'll try to do it in the different ways so that you always have a different perspective. My lotuses are always kind of stiff, which for me, I feel like that's always a benefit in a way for demonstrating. Right arm up, inhale, drop the thumb, reach back towards your hip. I'm gonna release this half lotus bind, and then I'm gonna take this variation. On the inhale, maybe pushing into the toe so that your hip rotates back. As you exhale, squeeze the knee, inner thigh, forward on the left. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, squeeze through the pelvic floor. Hug in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. So Navasana, boat pose. Float forward and sit down. We'll modify today. So press your heels down into the floor. Press your toes forward. So like you're trying to drag your body forward and then pull it back. So you want to feel that coiling in, pull it back. With your arms, it's like you're clawing at the floor, which would cause you to coil through. Pubic bone drawn back a little bit. Same thing, push down with your heels. Pull your knees up into your armpits. So way up. 2, crossing right shin on top. 3, 4, and then 5. Pull the heels in. Bring your hands out in front. And then without lifting your lower back too much, just come up onto your hands. So come up, pull the feet up, up, up. Release down, and then switch out your ankles. Pull the feet back so you're coiling the tailbone, but then deepen the groin. Lift the chin up. 3, push out with your arms. 4, roll the collarbones back. And then 5, tip weight forward. Pull the knees way up into the armpits. Bring your hands in front. Lift up. Maybe you pull the heels up and bring it back down. Legs up. And again, pull them back. Push forward. Lift the heart. 3, 4, and then 5. Bring your hands out in front and pause here. So if you have 2 bricks, useful for you, use them. If you'd like to, you don't have to. We're going to take our feet We're going to bring our feet into this form. If there's two postures that I think I would like to cultivate, that I should cultivate a little bit more, that most people should cultivate more, it's Lolasana, which is crow pose with the knees together, heels together, right? And the other one is handstand tuck. So handstand tuck is when your knees are more towards your chest and your heels towards your glutes. It just takes raw power and strength. And once you've figured out those two forms, both of those are just so fundamental actions that everything else kind of can flow from them. So they're foundational strengths. Most of us don't have them. They're very elusive as well. So hands on the floor, then bring your hands out in front. So not beside you, out in front a little bit. Squeeze in. From the inside of the shoulder, we want to push down. So not from the triceps as much. Push down from the insides of the shoulders and then come up. And then from here, tip weight forward, pull one set of toes up. Drop the tail down a little bit, push into the floor. See if you can lift them both up. And then release down. See, it's hard. So push your hands down into the floor and then tip weight forward, lift up. Release down. Now, let's do it from our boat pose form. Pull the knees up and then hug them in tight. Squeeze in. That's the form right there. Push down. From there, tip weight forward. Cross your ankles if you need to. Lift up. And then release down. So good. That's a good way to work on those postures, those transitions. From there, tip weight forward into the hands. Lean forward. Lift up. Chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. Hips to the sky. Bhuja Pidasana. Float the knees around the arms. You don't have to necessarily have your knees up next to your earlobes. What's important is the external rotation of the thighs as you cross your shins. So from here, bring your arms back, squeeze your shoulders. So bring them back, squeeze the shoulders. Maybe you're up next to the triceps, and that's fine. I'm going to use bricks here for just a moment to test something. Hands push into the mat, tip forward, bring weight back towards your elbows. So hips are on the elbows, lift up your shins, cross them, right? Try to cross your shins as much as your ankles. 3, 4, and 5. Lift your chin forward. Inhale, reach the legs long. Exhale, Bakasana crane. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Then down dog. Leapfrog the legs around the arms again. And then Karmasana. So setting down. Whichever way gets you there. And then from here, thinking there's something else I wanted to do here. Take your elbows to the inside. You can stay here. Squeeze your shoulders. I always like this form because I can get a little wrist stretch as well. Pulling the heart forward. Right, you can do that form there. You can cup your heels. It's a good form as well. But this time, push through. Deepen the groin. Inner thighs drawn back. Next option, taking your arms. Walk them underneath. Squeeze your triceps. Chest towards the floor. Chin out in front. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Engage and come up. Cross your ankles. Feet can be together and create some space by grabbing the feet here, or walk shoulders under, reach back, find your other hand, or do your best. Inhale, exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your arms to the outside. Deepen the groin in the same way, just like if our shins were crossed out in front. Squeeze in, deepen the groin, tip forward, lift up, Titibhasana to Bakasana, crane, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale, and then down dog, exhale, hips to the sky, look forward, find your seat. Baddha Konasana, blanket or towel, useful in Baddha Konasana. It's useful in almost all areas of the practice, but it's not necessarily beneficial for everybody to use it all the time, just like everything else in life. All right, then from here, interlace your fingers underneath the feet, or just grab the bottom of the feet, lift the heart up, press your elbows down, but lift your inner thighs up into your elbows, as you press your elbows down and back. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chin. As you exhale, peel the feet open. Now from here, there's a similar action. We don't want to just coil in. We want to feel the lifting up out of the waist. Super difficult posture for me, so it's a hard one to demonstrate. But lifting up out of the groin and exhale, reaching out. Once you're here, try not to think so much about getting your knees down, but draw the groin back. The inner thighs are going to rotate downward a little bit, then back as your pubic bone pulls in and up and tailbone forward, and then bring your elbows in front of your shins. Peel the feet open, lengthen the spine. 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release, cross your shins, plant the hands, move through your flow. So lift up and chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Upavishta Konasana. Float forward, sit down. Legs out in front, and then you can widen them. Find your big toes, peace sign fingers and thumbs, or the outsides of the feet. Inhale, similar form, pull up out of the groin. As you exhale, find your feet. If you haven't already, lift the heart and then fold in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift the heart forward. Exhale, coil the tailbone back, pull the pubic bone back, lifting the legs up. Find the sides of the feet. Lift the chin up. 1, so the legs don't narrow. We want to keep them pulled back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the legs towards one another. Cross your shin. Squeeze in. Tip forward. Lift up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Part B, or Buddhist or Supta Konasana. Legs out in front. Slowly laying down. Make sure you have space. And slowly we lay down. Then lift the legs up to that 90-degree mark. That's just the core engagement. Now separate the knees. Reach up for your toes. Pull your toes towards the floor behind you. Push your pubic bone towards the sky. Elbows draw down. Lift the heart up. And by heart up, I mean through towards your chin. But keep the weight in the shoulders. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, come up onto your hips. Exhale, inhale, lift the heart higher. As you exhale, slowly bring your heels down to the floor. So real quick on that posture, I gave a cue that I want to make sure is clear. As we lay down on our back there, we want to think compression in the throat without bringing weight into the neck. So when I'm on my back in this form, or in this form here, which comes in a little bit later, we take our knees, our toes towards the floor. Now it's okay to stay here if that's what you have to do in order to keep the weight out of your neck. Eventually, however, the chest presses through, so instead of squeezing onto the neck here, we want to feel the shoulder blades drawn back rather than collapsed in. Feel the shoulder blades push into the floor, and then the chest towards your chin as your pubic bone pushes up, drawing length into the legs. 4, and then 5, and then we come back up. So the pubic bone, tailbone, everything's reaching up and pressing the chest through towards your chin. All right, so from there, take your flow, find your way to your seated posture. So I'm not sure where you're at because you're there and I'm not. All right, so then from here, laying on your back, push your heels down to Doggy Mudra, squeeze in. So Supta Padangusthasana, lift your right leg up, deepen down through the groin, reach up with your right hand, grab your big toe, squeeze in. The left leg pushing through helps to facilitate the engagement. Elbow bends towards the outside. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lay down. Keep your left leg strong and engaged, and then open up to the side. Again, push through your toes and flex your little toes back. 3. Sometimes I even grab the outside just for fun. 4. People have fun in different ways. And then 5. Inhale, bring the leg up to the top. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lay down. Exhale, let the right foot come down to the floor. Anchor the right heel, pull a little bit, lift the left leg, reach up, find your big toe, and exhale, squeeze in. And so that front foot facilitates a lot of the strength. Push up, pull the elbow back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, lay down, and exhale, open up to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look up on inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, lay down. Exhale, the foot comes down. Then taking a vinyasa, bring your hands by your ears, rock back towards your shoulders. Pull the knees in, rock it back, and then roll forward. Cross your shins, tip weight forward. Lift up, and chaturanga. Up dog, and then down dog. Look forward, foot forward, set down. Tadagi mudra, heels together, toes touch, slowly lay down. Building core strength and engagement, internal awareness of our core muscles. Anchor the lower back down to the floor, and then from here, Ubayu Padangusthasana, so hand to big toe pose. Lift the legs up, then from about 90 degrees, reach up for your toes, press your pubic bone back, draw the tailbone towards the sky. And again, shoulders support the posture, not the head. So from there, bring the shoulders down, push through your toes, lift your pubic bone up, and then see if you can imagine pressing your chest towards your chin. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the perineum, and come on up onto your hips. Push through your toes. Deepen the groin. Pull the inner thighs back, then gently pull the pubic bone back as well. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look at the toes. Exhale, cross your shins, squeeze in, tip forward, lift up. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, dandasana. Up dog, inhale, and down dog. Exhale, float through, set down. Legs out in front. And then from here, Urdhva Mukha or Adho Mukha Paschimottanasana. So legs come up, inhale, reaching up, this time back of the calves, heels as you can, toes towards the floor. Keep the weight in the shoulders, not the neck. Inhale, exhale, squeeze through the perineum, and then come on up onto your hips again. Push down. Maybe you have the heels. This time we're compressing the body forward. Pull the belly button off the thighs. Lift your chin forward, but keep your neck long. If that's a lot for your neck, or you're having a difficulty holding, just bring your forehead towards your shins. And then 5, inhale, straighten the arms and legs. Exhale, squeeze in, tip forward, lift up, and chaturanga, dandasana. Up dog, and down dog. Pressing the breath out, foot forward, sit down, Setu Bandhasana. Bridge pose. Heels can come out in front, pull them back. So you want to feel that squeezing back and lay down. Then from here, lift up onto your elbows or onto your shoulders. Kind of come into a fish pose variation, or all the way onto the shoulders. Lift your hips up, interlace your fingers. You can also do the full variation if you're familiar. 3, 4, 5. Releasing. Hands by your ears. Lift your legs up. Rock back. Roll forward. Pull the knees in. Lift up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Setu Bandha. Sarvangasana. Bridge shoulder stand. Legs out in front. And slowly lay down. So this is one you can do instead of wheel posture. From here, push your feet down, lift your hips up. From there, walk your shoulders underneath. So it's like we're doing jazz hands, hands towards the outside. That's the setup. Now interlace your fingers and press your wrists down. So jazz hands makes our triceps move in. When our hands are interlaced, the biceps move in, and it feels the side of the chest stretch. 3, 4, and 5. Release down. That side of the chest action is actually a stiffness that a lot of people have that bothers them in their full wheel pose. If you want to, you can experiment that with bridge posture, or if you're up for some full wheel poses, we'll do 4 more back bends. So hands beside your ears for full wheel. You can also go to it from bridge pose. So elbows into that jazz handsy kind of action. And then from here, hands by the ears, come up onto your head for wheel, push into the floor and lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, come down. Prepare for number 2, or number 3 actually. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, come down. Prepare for number 4, 9 breaths. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Bring it down. Prepare for the last one. Last 9 breaths. You can do it. Pick it up. Go for it. Push. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Release down. Release your hips down. Pause for a moment. Windshield wiper the legs. And then from here, let's take a vinyasa. Hands by your ears, rock back, roll forward, or all the way back for chakrasana. Move through your flow. Maybe good time for knees, chest, chin. Up dog or cobra. And then down dog, hips to the sky. Float through, set down. Paschimottanasana, legs out in front. And from here, reaching out in front. Try not to just collapse forward, but reaching out. Bend the knees as you need. Interlace your fingers. Grab a wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up, exhale, slowly lay on your back to doggy mudra. Big toes touching. Big toes touching, press them together. Heels pressing down, palms pressing down. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Shoulder stand or candlestick pose. Lift the legs up to about that 90-degree mark. And you can pause here. This is that candlestick or Viparita Krani. From there, you can push into the floor, lift your hips up, come into shoulder stand. Walk the shoulders under. Feel the sides of the chest getting an opening. Push your heels. 1. Push your elbows down. 2. Keep the weight out of the neck. Maybe even push your head down gently so that you know you have engagement. 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, legs up, and exhale, toes down. Interlace your fingers, walk shoulder blades under, gentle with your neck. We'll reach your toes back. Try to keep your wrists moving down. Try to keep maybe palms together as much as you can. 3, 4, and then 5. Bend the knees, ear pressure, squeeze the ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the legs, inhale, and then exhale. Take your legs up towards the sky, and if you would like to, take lotus or half lotus or Baddha Konasana. I'll do Baddha Konasana today. Hands on your thighs. Push your knees up towards the sky, thighs towards the sky. Weight needs to stay in the shoulders, not in your neck. Push up Now with your legs pushed down against your hands and feel yourself become more stable. 3, 4, and then 5. From there, round through your back. Keep the weight in the shoulders. Grab opposite feet, or you can grab, interlace your fingers. 3, 4, and 5. If you're in half lotus, stay there. Come into fish pose. Otherwise, you can take fish pose from Baddha Konasana, or you can straighten your legs out in front. Hips come down, feet come down, come up onto the elbows, head draw back, draws back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Lift the legs to 30 degrees, press your palms together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Lay down on your back. Feel your neck lengthen. 1, 2, 3. Strengthen the legs. Bring your hands by your ears. Rock back towards your shoulders. And then forward. Cross your shins. Pull your knees up to your armpits. Move through your flow. Up dog. And then down dog. And then from here, we'll just go to seated today. So bring your knees down, crossing at your ankles. Lotus, half lotus, Sukhasana. Easy pose, which is not just normal seated posture. Crisscross applesauce, as they call it, as the kids call it these days. Heels in front. Half lotus, usually the right foot up first, then left hand back, right arm back, grab opposite elbows, and then inhale here. As you exhale, chin towards the floor out in front. So tip it forward, bring your head down, chin down, maybe draw chest. Try to pull your elbows back towards one another. Broaden the chest. 3. Feel the outside of the hips down. 4. And then 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale into your lotus posture, Padmasana. So maybe your legs are crossed. Keep them crossed. If not, don't worry about it. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. As you exhale, bring your hands onto the floor. 10 breaths, Utplahiti. So lift up off the floor. 1, lift the chin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, releasing. And then let's take our vinyasa here. So lift up and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up pose. Find your up dog, inhale, find your down dog, exhale. Then bend the knees, float forward to stand at the front of the mat. I'm gonna stay on my knees so I'm in the frame. And then bring hands down to heart center. Take a breath or two. Let's go ahead and go with our finishing mantra here, closing mantra, call and response. Take a deep breath first, inhale. And Svasti Prajapya Pare Palyantam Naina Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then Samastihitihi. Arms up, inhale, Ekam. And Dve, exhale, fold, palms down to the floor. Then take this last vinyasa, take it easy. Nice mindful movements. As you step forward or float forward, gently lay onto your back. take a breath or two, finding any wiggling that needs to be done and get it done, and then let yourself be free. Lay flat on the floor, closing your eyes, softening the space around your ears. It's easy to squeeze the muscles in the skull that wrap around the outside of the skull and squeeze them tight. Usually stress creates that response. And so let that go. Let those muscles unlock. Oftentimes when we have a stressed look on our face, it will cause us to feel stressed out. If we can relax our face, the features of our face, it allows us to also relax and let the stress dissipate. So give your body, your nervous system, the information that it needs. So as always, it's really an honor to be able to lead you through your practice. Hope it was useful for you today. If you have any questions, let me know. It's truly an honor. I bow to you all. Namaste.